Hi everyone, how you doing? Good to be here. Today is Monday and it is the 8th of December. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and thank you for your support coming on to watch me live. Had a busy weekend. Obviously, I was working on the markets. Busy one again. We've had a couple of pretty bad storms coming through. Got another one tomorrow as well. So the markets, the people who put the markets in the bin today to strip them right back. So we've got some pretty strong winds coming. Time of the year, unfortunately, but all good. If I look tired, it's because it's the Monday tiredness after putting a 26-hour shift in over the weekend. And also we had friends over who came down to see Jane. She is in the corner on Sunday. And obviously went for a few drinks afterwards as well. One thing I want to do is give a shout out to a couple of brothers, Sam and I can't remember what his name was, but Strongman. They're new TikTokers, and they were two boys. Tobias, that's it, Sam and Tobias Strongman. They're TikTokers, and they are classically trained singers, and they asked if they could come to the market and sing, and they were streaming live at the same time. But boy, were they good. They not only did some Christmas carols, but some also other classical renditions as well. And I said I'll give them a shout out today. If they are on, they are going to drop their link in the chat area and obviously share it. But they were very good, guys. Honestly, tears to your eyes, did Ness and Dormer and all those sort of things. But for young lads who were classically trained, they were really good. Strongman is their surname. So if you go onto TikTok, you can find them. They've got around about, I think, each of them now are about 30,000 followers on TikTok. They're trying to grow their presence on there, and they're doing a bit of a tour around the UK as well. They have been invited back to do some bits with us on the markets next year as well. So that was great. So what have I got for you today? Oh yeah, sorry, that was right. Yesterday, that's right. Well, good shout, Jane. Yesterday, they're all teched up like these kids are. They've got both their phones and an iPad, and they're streaming individually live, obviously whilst they're singing. But in front of them, they've got a tap to tip card reader, and it's set at a minimum of £4, which is £5 basically for those in the States. And this tour that they're going around the UK doing at the moment, all of the proceeds, whichever town or city they're in, they are going to the homeless shelters and giving the money to the homeless. So fantastic. Again today, this morning as well, there was a group of people collecting for the homeless in Gloucester as well. So we donated to that some change, which was fantastic. But for young lads like that who are in their 20s, early 20s, and rather than seeking their own individual fame through money and donations, they were actually giving it all to charity for some very, very good causes. So really does show, doesn't it, that there are some upstanding people out there who have got that charitable nature still in them at a young age, and it was great to see. It really was. So Tobias and Sam, if you are on here, Strongman, great to see you guys, and look forward to getting your link so we can give you another good shout out and hopefully get you a few more followers. Right then, today, what am I talking to you guys about today? Uncharted waters. Why am I talking about uncharted waters? Comes off the back actually of quite a lot of emails, messages that I've been getting off people saying, Red, what's going on? It's all very quiet, nothing, we don't know where we are, we're a bit confused, we haven't had much information and all the rest of it. This is our transition, I suppose, is the best word that I can use, of moving from the old into Victory with Ash and then on to the big, bold, beautiful shared dream that Ash has for us, all of us. But it is uncharted waters. What do I mean by that? I mean, it is a bit of the unknown. We are in an area that we don't know anything about. We are in a time, I suppose, in a period of time at the moment of a lot of change. And with all this knowing and change that we're going through at the moment, brings a little bit of anxiety to people. People like their comfort zone at the end of the day. They like to know where they're at. They like to know what's going on. And a lot of people like to be told what is going on as well, rather than using their own initiative, using their own knowledge base and effort, I suppose, at the end of the day, to be able to find this information out for themselves. And this uncharted water that we are in at the moment is exactly that. But it also has other connotations as well, as far as business is concerned. It also refers to entering new, unfamiliar, or uncertain markets, technologies, or situations requiring leaders to be agile, innovative, and adaptable, often using this blue ocean uncharted waters strategy to create a new demand rather than competing in saturated red oceans. How many times have we spoken about the pond of our old business? How many times have we said that we need to spread out into new blue waters? One moment. And this is exactly this analogy of this saying, is that we are looking to go into new waters with our new people. This is that analogy. And uncharted waters is part of not only us going through that transition, but it's also us looking for new people, that strategy to create new demand rather than a saturated red ocean. So navigating these waters involves embracing and change, obviously, using more data for foresight, like predicted analytics, etc., and fostering a culture of experimentation, leveraging unique employee skills, and to find opportunities amidst disruption rather than viewing threats as a roadblock. Now, that all might sound a bit complicated, but from a business point of view, uncharted waters, volatility, I think, is probably the best terminology that I can use. Volatility is a good thing in business. You only have to look at markets. You only have to look as in NASDAQ and FTSE, all those. They love volatility. Why? Because it creates opportunity. Business is exactly the same things, and there's lots of other signs as well that within business, that people who embrace volatility often are the ones that grasp the opportunity to grow in that volatility. Agneta Kings, thank you for joining the Tea Club. It's very, very kind of you. I'll put you up in, there you go. Oh, no, let me put you up in lights so everyone can see. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you, and to everyone else who's in green who supports me on this channel. So what are some of the key characteristics of uncharted waters? Obviously, disruptive technologies, new tech changing entire industries. Like what? Like AI, virtual reality, actual reality. All these are new disruptive technologies that bring people, businesses into uncharted waters. It also involves consumer behavior, shifting preferences, patterns, demands for sustainability and new markets needs is part of that volatility that businesses actually want to embrace and like. It means that we end up being in blue waters rather than red waters. I love that terminology. When things get saturated with the same thing, it becomes red water. Fishermen are always looking for new blue waters, don't they, to fish in. It's that analogy within business as well. We want to be able to literally find new things or new people within the blue waters that are out there. So we're moving from that red pond that is being fished to death, that there's nothing more in there, and we are now in uncharted waters in the blue ocean. It's also a global fluctuation as well. That is part of uncharted waters. Geopolitical shifts, i.e. governments, economic volatility, unforeseen crises like pandemics, etc. These all cause businesses to be in uncharted waters. And that volatility actually creates opportunity for many. I've said many times before, I believe if it wasn't for the pandemic, then Zoom certainly wouldn't have the largest market share within the video conferencing software because of the pandemic. That is how they got ahead. They were basically the biggest known at the time of software within the industry, and that they absolutely skyrocketed because of the pandemic. That was the volatility that they needed for their business to be able to succeed. And this happens a lot in all sorts of other scenarios. Uncontested market spaces, opportunities to create new value and demand rather than fighting for existing customers. This is where I think that we come into it as a business, the value angle of what we are going to be doing. This is our uncharted waters to be able to entice, to be able to create a demand of from our users and our products and services, etc. This is what is going to give us the edge over existing customers, and obviously naturally because of that value they will be more enticed to come to see us because of what they are going to get in return for their money. They're going to get more, and people love to buy a bargain. In fact, Jane and I did today on legs of lamb. They got them at half price. We normally can't afford to buy lamb here in the UK because it really is pound for pound more expensive than beef, and it's a luxury. But they've got it on offer at the moment, and fresh lamb. So we went and bought 2 legs because it's the only way that we can afford to eat it. We love a bargain. Everybody loves a bargain. And this is exactly what's going to happen as far as business is concerned. But we need to obviously embrace that uncharted waters to be able to make full advantage of that volatility. So how do you navigate these uncharted waters? Embrace and be agile. Agility is the key word in uncharted waters. Don't be steadfast in one area. Be flexible, adaptable, and ready to change course very quickly, taking that mariner's narrative once again. Be able to change with the wind to be able to get to your destination. You might have to tack up and down a fair few times to be able to get to where you want to go to. But the main important thing is keep going forward, keep moving. And this is also another great analogy, keep on moving. Also fostering innovation. Invest in more R&D, experimentation, and think beyond just optimizing current processes. Have a look at new technologies, see what is the emerging pattern of those technologies and embrace them and adapt them to your business. Listen to the market. Obviously, if you've got your ear to the ground, you will start to know how trends are changing. remember, one of the most important things I said to you in business is this bridge between your business and your market, i.e. customers. To be able to have that customer feedback really does give you the edge as far as being able to make the changes. Okay, so use real-time data, customer feedback, for instance, to understand changings in realities and trends. They will, if you ask the right questions, you will get the right reply as far as that market trend is concerned, all because you are using the right software to be able to get customer feedback. Develop foresight, use predictive analytics and scenario planning to anticipate future shifts. You get that from the feedback of the market research that you are doing from your customer base. Leverage internal talent. That means relocating existing skills and resources, creatively, to meet new market demands. Seek new models is also another way to navigate uncharted waters, and adopt strategies like blue ocean, which I've been talking about, to create new uncontested markets rather than fishing in an existing red ocean. Try and navigate to that blue ocean market rather than maybe following a trend of other people because they think that's where the market is going to be. They might not always be right. Your new trajectory on where you are going might be a very big blue water area for you to be able to go into market for. And the last part here is build resilience. That word again, resilience. All of us know about resilience, don't we? If we've been with our CEO Ash Mufareh on this journey for a long time, we've all experienced resilience in our own right. But redesigning risk frameworks to handle complexities from supply chains to climate impacts to personal to business, all of this building of resilience certainly aids to give you the durability of going into uncharted waters as far as business is concerned. So in essence, it's about moving from a fixed map to be able to be a skilled navigator using vision and data to be able to chart your path in an ever-changing seas of the business world. I believe at the moment that we are in those uncharted waters, the unknown. We are sailing into a new area that we are going to be in. It comes with anxiety, it comes with optimism as well, of course, excitement, but there is also a lot of uncertainty. And these uncharted waters should be embraced, not shun away from, should I say. It is a change, it is a different direction, but it is a direction of going towards that blue water rather than sailing around in a stagnant red ocean. We are moving to clear, open blue waters. Anyway, guys, that's it from me for today. Be back around tomorrow, Tuesday, the 9th, hopefully for a little bit more. That's it from me. Bye for now.